Hey everybody, how you doing? So it has been, gosh, I don't think I've filmed anything in the month of December. I've tried to film and without fail, something has happened. And I'll get something started and get a couple minutes in and the phone will ring and I'll have to stop. Or I will get going and somebody will come to the door, or I'll schedule time and anyway, without fail, I haven't put anything up in December, and I'm so sorry. It just is what it is, sadly. And live Q&As, I wanted to do live Q&As every Monday, and it never happened. Life got busy, and I'm really sorry. It just, December is a really busy month. I don't know if it's a really busy month for you guys, but it was a really crazy month for me, between business and some huge projects that I'm working on for 2018. Some of them obviously are working out, and it's going to be an awesome 2018, and others didn't work out, but I had to investigate them and see if they were going to. Anyway, without fail, it's been crazy, so I'm sorry. I am getting ready for the day. As you can tell, I have no makeup on as of yet. It's been a busy morning. I went and got my face waxed, and it doesn't look like it anymore. I get waxed so often that my face rebounds pretty quickly. Anyway, so what I thought while I'm getting ready, I would record a bunch of different things and then edit it together and get some stuff up. I'm figuring that's kind of how I'm going to have to get things out. Any spare moment, I have 10 or 15 minutes, I will record something and then edit together, and that way I can get some stuff up. Because I haven't done live Q&As, I've got a ton of questions that I need to go through and answer. So that's what I've got. I've got a notebook with all the questions written down, and so I'm going to kind of go through those one by one and answer those, and then we'll move on to some other stuff I'm really excited about. So we'll go through there. I'm going to be putting on my makeup during this, so it's not meant to be a makeup tutorial by any means. It's just going to be, you're going to see my morning makeup routine as we go through this. And my luck, I'll have to start and stop, and it'll be a really jumbled routine, so you'll just know kind of what's going on. But I'm really looking forward to getting some more content out there, because I really enjoy hearing back from you all, and because I don't have videos and things going up, I'm not hearing as much from you guys, or I'm getting questions and not being able to interact as much because I'm not out there like I normally am. So really looking forward to doing this. So I'm going to get this stuff out here, and if I'm looking this way, it's because I've got an actual mirror this way, and I'll try and keep my focus on the camera. But anyway, since I already mentioned that I got waxed this morning, I get lots of comments about my facial hair, mostly from guys, and so I'm going to go ahead and address that, since that has kind of been started already this morning. I have basically I have ovarian cysts, and what those are, those basically can manifest themselves as far as symptoms in different ways. The way we noticed, or I noticed, me and my doctor, was I started getting facial hair, and specifically in this region, and I get waxed about once a month for that, and guys like to make comments about it. They, for some reason in our society, we have created a specific image that women have to live up to. And I'm going to be honest with you, I hate it. I truly, truly hate it. It's not, I don't think it's acceptable. And the fact that people feel that it's okay to comment on on anybody, let's just put it out there, on anybody's weight, size, bash, let's just bash weight, size, how they look, anything that is out of the norm. We've made it okay to comment on, because we are a social media, because you're hiding behind a computer screen. We feel like it is okay to make comments, and I'm sorry, it's not okay, especially when you are bashing. I don't mind if people ask me. I don't mind if people comment on it. Education is very, very important, but some of the comments are completely out of line. I'm going to go there. Are completely out of line. It's not something that I can control. It takes a considerable amount of money to have laser hair removal, and then I'm going to tell you the truth. On laser hair removal, it comes back. It's not a permanent fix. And therefore, it just is what it is. I've dated guys that have made comments about dating a woman with facial hair and how they just can't do it, and that's totally fine. That's a personal preference. I don't have a problem with that. But to bash somebody on a social media is unacceptable. But to kind of go over what I have, mine started at a very young age. Mine started in high school, actually. I was 17 and into college. Actually, I was into college before we figured out what it was, but I have a considerable amount of facial hair through here. I have a video about going and trying a new waxing place, and I show you where I show you what it looks like without any makeup or without any cover up on it. Anybody that has that generally is self-conscious about it. It's not something that they want pointed out. So just be mindful of that. I am very open and in people's face. I'm very blunt. And so when you say it to me, I'm going to come back at you and say, hey, you're out of line. But a lot of people, that's going to hurt their feelings, and keep that in mind. Just keep that in mind. It's not cool. You don't want your flaws to be pointed at and to be picked at. So don't do that to somebody else. If you're going to do it to me, I'm going to come back at you, and I have no problem doing that. But not everybody has that kind of a personality. I'm a very dominant personality, and I'll put you in your place and not think twice about it. But like I said, you don't want your flaws to be pointed at, to be picked at, to be scratched at, especially in a public setting. Don't do it to somebody else. Anyway, I get my face waxed once a month. You have to grow it out to a certain length before you can get it waxed. I know a lot of people shave it. I got to the point I was shaving, and I got to the point where I was shaving every single day, just like a guy was. I had a 5 o'clock shadow, and it just got to the point where it was just too much, and I moved over to waxing. If you wax, get somebody that is very good at it. It's not something that you want to just go in and get just anybody. You just want to go and just find somebody, because you're dealing with your skin, and skin breaks out and it stretches and things like that. When you wax, you want to make sure you get somebody that knows what they're doing. And so when I try a new person, and I have to move over because people move or change careers and things like that, you want to make sure that you've got somebody good. The person that I work with right now, her name is Katie, and she's absolutely amazing. She works at Lunchbox here in South Jordan, and she's awesome. She asks lots of questions. Whoever's waxing your face or waxing anything should ask you lots of questions. Are you allergic to things? Do you break out with certain types of wax if you pluck? Things like that. They need to know that kind of information, so they do it. For example, I will break out if the hair is plucked, but I don't break out if it's waxed. And so I would prefer things are waxed really, really well. You can wax multiple times in the same area and I'm fine. But if you start plucking that hair, I'm going to break out. And so I'd prefer it not to be. If something can't be pulled out within a couple of waxes, just leave it. It'll get on the next waxing. I go every 3 to 4 weeks. Generally, Somebody with my condition has to go every 3 to 4 weeks because it grows in so fast. But it's something that you have to maintain, just like your eyebrows. A lot of people will pluck their eyebrows. I don't. If I'm going into wax, I might as well get my eyebrows done at the same time. It's just a maintenance thing that I have to get done regularly. And if you have the same condition, you just learn that that's what you do. If you're shaving on a regular basis, I highly recommend that you consider waxing, just because I know the maintenance of shaving, and it makes your skin irritated and things like that. Just something to consider trying. It is bothersome for the first time, just because you're not used to the pain. I don't feel it, as far as it's not horribly painful for me anymore. But anyway, just a thought. If you have any specific questions about waxing or any of that kind of stuff, go ahead and comment below. I'm very open. If you've ever noticed, I'm very open. My entire life, I'm very open. I'll answer just about any question. I've gotten into divorce on here. I've gotten into my health. I've gotten into just about anything, because I truly believe that if we were a more open society and actually talked to each other about things, that we would be much healthier as a society. So anyway, I hope that answers people's questions about this. It does grow in. It will grow in. You'll see some videos with my, I joke that it's my beard, with it there, and it is what it is. I've accepted it. And like I said, I love getting waxed and having it gone. It's my spa day, and I go and I get it waxed, and then I do a facial with my reflection series afterwards. I was able to do a peel. I came home and I did a peel afterwards. If you learn how to make it a nice event, like I go and I get it waxed, and then I come home and I do the peel on the face afterwards, and I put the lotion and the things on after, it becomes a nice thing to do for yourself. It becomes a self-care thing, and not a oh my gosh, I gotta go get waxed again. It becomes a pain thing. Make sure it's a self-care thing. So anyway, I hope that helps people. And if you have any questions, like I said, comment down below. If there's any specific questions that you'd like me to address, let me know. Have a good one.